Hello YouTube, it's Mason Sushi here. I'm going to do a quick video. Everyone's been wondering what I've been doing recently, why I haven't been on YouTube, and this is the main reason. I got a Neo Geo 2 slot cab and it's taken a lot of my time. I've ran into some monitor issues that a member of the Neo Geo forums, Mitsurugi W, has been really kind and really helpful to help me figure out the problems. He also did a little work on the monitor chassis, which is really cool. I'd made two modifications to it, I guess. The first one here is, I don't know how well it'll show up in the camera, but you can see a button here. It has a black tip, so it kind of blends in. There you go, you can see it up here. There's one there, and there's one over here in this corner. There's the red tip must have popped off somewhere. I'll look for it later. Anyway, but there's a red cap that goes on there. And what these do is these are for the credits, so you don't have to sit there and hit the little switch on the bottom and the change every time you want to credit up the game, which is really cool. So, you know, if you keep playing, you want more money, you know, you just tap the button a few times and you'll see your credits go up and you can just keep playing. That's one thing I really wanted to add to the game. Something else I added is right here. You'll see where they have headphone jacks, memory card, and headphone jacks. This is a 2-slot board, so the headphone jacks and the memory card are built onto the motherboard. The problem is whoever owned this cab before didn't want people to use headphone jacks, and so what he did was he mounted the board further back. So let me show you. I don't know if it's bright enough to see. I'll get a little light. Sorry, freehand camera work, guys. But you can see how it sits further back from the front up there. So what I did was I got regular headphone jacks that you get, and then I'm going to try to do it upside down a little bit. I don't know if it'll show you. This is pretty ghetto. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, you're not really going to be able to see. Well, kinda. But you kind of see where I no, you don't. This is just stupid. Anyway, well, what happens is I did this and a couple inches and then I soldered it onto the back of the jack up front. So I have the ability to still have my headphone jacks and didn't have to tamper with my board. And the reason I left it back was because there's the memory card slot right here, and I want to be able to insert my memory card. And I have a 2-year-old, and I really don't want to leave my memory card up front and then have to worry about her. You know, Grace, as y'all seen in some of my older videos, come out and yank the memory card out of the slot. So that's the reason I went ahead and did it this way. So, you know, I can use my headphone jacks if I want, and my memory card will stay in the motherboard inside, so it won't ever stick out. Here's my change. It kind of gets stuck here. Anyway, to do the credits, you know, they normally plug into the bottom here on each side of the credits. You know, and you normally, let's see if I can use the light over here. You normally have to hit this little bar here on the side, or right there. You know, there's one you kind of see it, but you hit it and it credits your game. So what you do is, what I did was I unplugged it and came over here and wired it up. These actually are removable plugs. I just ran some electrical tape around there just to make sure they don't touch. I didn't have Molex connectors, and the Molex is the standard white plug you see in a lot of things in the arcade. And I didn't have these insulated, but it's just pretty much these same things without that outer shell. My store didn't have any of those with the protective shell the right size. So anyway, let's cut on the machine. I've had some issues with it. Mitsurugi was he fixed it for me and got it working. He sent pictures. It looked beautiful on his machine. But I told him I was having some problems with the displaying correctly on mine. Hey, look, reflection. And so here it is, and you can see the line at the bottom here. But then when you get up to the top, you see how it's blurry up here. Now this machine has just been recapped. It has a new flyback, a new hot, and there's another one of the IC chips that were replaced. IC4 is the hot, and it's the other one that's on the left-hand side of the chassis for those who are familiar with it. But if you look, if I can try to, every time you hit that button it flashes. let's see, here's the, trying to think, horizontal position. Okay, so you can see there's the white line on the right, and it's still moving, and then there's finally the one on the left. So it's like it needs to be shrunk, you know, down horizontally. But I have my horizontal pot in the back that I've tried to mess with, and it won't work. And also it won't pick up, well, maybe it will slightly, but you can kind of see it's white here and it kind of goes to a blue. So there's like a 1.5-inch band that goes all the way around it, around the monitor, all the way, and it kind of rolls off on the edges. And on some of the games it kind of bends up ever so slightly. I know that most people don't care about that, but that little part was from Mitsurugi, who's kind of helping me try to fix it. But other than that, it looks great. It sounds excellent. The owner who had it before me ended up having the left and right speakers cross, and when I went to do the left test, it was, you know, coming out the right, and had to redo that. Nothing big or anything, but kind of annoying. Anyway, so let's just take a look. Here's my mini marquees. I don't think they'll really show. Puzzle de Pon and Super Sidekicks 2, both of 2 of the 3 games I got. My third game, and the one I was most excited about personally, was Aero Fighters 2. I really like to get SNK vs. Capcom because my wife is a big fan. Also, there's a multi-cart that a lot of, you know, purists on the Neo Geo dislike. Say there's some little glitches, but personally, I have no problem with, you know, a few little glitches. I don't. I'm not that die-hard yet, at least, to where, you know, if it has some minor things I'm not even going to know are missing. So, anyway, here's the back. This is the chassis of the monitor. This is the piece that I was having so many problems with, and one of the reasons I didn't do videos for the past few weeks was trying to fix this thing. This thing's a bastard. I hate these things. If you kind of see, I'm trying to get a little flashlight action on there. You see all the little caps with the red dots. Those are ones that I redid, and Mitsurugi did a few of them as well. He finished the cap kit after I started. I sent the rest of them to him. Now, I replaced what's called the hot, which is this red wire, and it's down here, this device here that you kind of you see right there with the 2 knobs, the focus. And that's actually what my friend said he touched when we were trying to do it the first time, and he shocked himself. So I replaced that, and then right here you kind of see the black chip mounted to the side where the main part of the beam of the light's hitting, that screws onto that metal plate. I replaced that. That's called the hot. And those were the 2 I did. And there's another one way back here, in the way back that I'm not going to be able to really show you, that's mounted onto this flat metal piece on the other side, this white cube down there. That was the one that Mitsurugi replaced. But yeah, I've become quite familiar with this board. The horizontal thing that I have to tinker with that I think is causing my problems is down there. You kind of see it right here, that white almost a thing. I can't get a good angle, but it's right there. You kind of see it right there. That looks like a white plastic tube on the other side. These multicolor wires, and you're supposed to stick a tool down there to rotate it. Now, I was told not to use a hex wrench, and I kind of did just a little bit to see if anything would change. It was really slow, really careful. I saw it rotate some, but I didn't see any change on screen, so I stopped. I really didn't want to buy the tool just for one video. I mean, one turn of the knob. But anyway, this is my neck board, and what happened was these are your colors. You have red, green, blue, and so we've been tinkering with that to try to make my picture look good. Trying to think of anything else I've kind of tinkered with that you might find interesting. Oh, you can see this. This is part of the board. Whoever did this before me, they had a board that mounted up here and here, and it went straight across like this, and it was red, and it screwed in, which I was fine with. But the board here, you can see they super glued it or wood glued it on and then stapled it. I mean, if you look carefully, you can still see staple holes. It's horrible. So, I mean, how in the hell are you supposed to get to the chassis? Because you can't access it through, you know, that wide. You can see where the board is. I mean, the board's that wide. So what I did was I went to the store with the board and got another one cut down here. Kind of real ghetto, but I created it and put it on a hinge. And then I'm going to have that board mounted. That's the space of the board that is up there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some little latches, one on each side, to latch it up. So if I ever need to access the chassis after I fix it, I'll just be able to unlatch it, unscrew that one board, and then dangle this one down to the ground like so to have access to the chassis. I'm hoping once Mitsurugi kind of guides me a little bit on this. I think he's right. It's just some tweaking, like I said. It was looking perfect on the pictures he sent me, so it's some sort of setting on my monitor. But and down here is the power supply. I opened that thing up. The fuse blew when my friend got shocked, so I replaced the fuse in there, and then went through the whole change of tons of stuff up there, replacing. There's not much to say. There's the back of the change box. My cab came with one manual, the multi-video system Neo Geo. Wow, this is way close. Multi-video system manual. But I've since printed off, you know, one for this, and then I printed off a monitor, one that's floating around here somewhere. There's my Miss Pac-Man cab. Okay. And there's the service manual for the monitor I printed off myself. So I now have a complete set of manuals for the machine to work on. But guys, this is my cab. I only have a minute left. Hopefully I'm not running over. I'll do this quickly. But so what has everyone else been playing? You know, I want to apologize for not being able to do my videos as much as I would like here. It's just been really hectic, and I really don't have time like I used to. I never had a ton of time to do it, but always enjoy doing it when I can. I got rid of my what do you call it? My Star Fox to get this. I had a Star Fox competition cart, which I have done a video on. Alright, start. Push the one player button. Alright, I've turned the volume off so you really don't have to see it. But I really wanted to show this part up here. You can kind of see it rolling in. And it rolls in all the way across. It's kind of odd to look at. And down here you can see where it starts low and then it arcs up ever so slightly and then comes back down low again here. So I don't know what to do. So if any of y'all have experience with monitors, please let me know. But other than that, it looks beautiful. It's an excellent game. I went 3/4 of the way through it. So I'll do a review of this game later on. But guys, thanks for watching my YouTube channel and putting up with me being slack here the past month or two. But I appreciate it. I'll try to get more videos up as I can. Thanks guys. Bye.